All right, guys. Thank you for joining me again. Appreciate it. So let's jump right into it because this is going to be probably about 20 minutes, half hour, right? Kenny King saying nowhere is safe. Listen, guys, I'm telling you, man, this shit that's going on in the city. I'm like, what the fuck, man? It's like out of fucking control. Kids are getting fucking killed on a daily basis. Either it's kids killing kids or an adult fucking firing off a gun and hitting some fucking kid walking to the park. Yo, it's fucking, it's bad, man. And like I said, I've never seen uh, anything this bad. I mean, and I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and this shit's out of control. Stacy, thank you for the 5x5. Appreciate it. I mean, like, it's just insane. So, yeah, and it's funny because it doesn't matter where, I mean, granted, you can go to a small town somewhere in other states and shit is not as bad, but here it's bad. And Julia said Philly is horrible. Yeah, Julia, my mother was telling me. My mother was telling me how bad Philly is getting. Again, that means Maryland must be back to where it was. Maryland was getting better. Baltimore, rather. Sorry, Baltimore was getting better. It's got to be fucking shitstorm crazy. And fucking Hudson Valley is like, yeah, guns are illegal in New York City. How can this be? Exactly. And though the other kid that got killed the other day or yesterday was it? There was a kid that got killed. He was knifed to death. Right. The knife attacks have gone up. I mean, exponentially gone up. And they're not talking about that. They're focusing on gun violence. And yes, gun violence is a thing, but you know why it's a thing? Because the criminals have the guns. That's why it's a thing. You're penalizing, and I know, guys, we all say this. Every last one of us will say the same fucking thing. You're penalizing good citizens for the bad who don't listen to the rules. Ever. That doesn't make sense to me. But in some way, shape, or form, in the back of the liberals' heads, they're like, this makes sense. We're going to penalize all the good citizens for the bad people. And then the bad people don't do a fucking thing but continue to do the bad shit. But yet, whatever. That's where we are. We're in fucking hell now. And again, the wife, yes, Queen Red Pill, 14-year-old killed by a 15-year-old. Yes. The wife the other day, she was just like, yo, we got to get out of the city. I'm like, no, I've been saying this for fucking a while now. So she would like, okay, so here's the plan. And I'm against this plan 1000%. But she wants my daughter to finish her last grade, which is the eighth grade. Is it the eighth grade? I think it's the eighth grade. Don't tell her. And she wants my daughter to finish her last fucking year in the school that she's in right now with her friends. And I'm like, if she left a year early, I don't think it would fucking make a difference. We got a fucking boogie. Again, this shit's just getting, way too out of control. But that being said, if Adams introduces the on ticket the end of this month, we'll be out of here probably by next month or September. Whatever. Oh, Sheena. So the guy that got his car stolen, his tires stolen off his car's still in the shop. That's only, and when I saw him yesterday. He was like, I was like, yo, what's going on with your car? He was like, oh man, it's still in the shop. I'm like, yo, to put fucking wheels on your car? He was like, well, he goes, they took the sensors too, the lane changing sensors. It's a sensor that senses the air pressure in the tires and all that other bullshit. They took that sensor as well. So that's on back order because of the fucking supply chain issues. So with that, guys, he's without a car for the next couple of weeks. But I wanted to tell him, I'm like, why don't you just get your car back, and when you get the part, you fucking get it put in, so that you're not walking around fucking like a schmo. But whatever. Um, so that being said, I did finally get the new truck. Right, I got the Tahoe. Um, and now I'm being a complete bitch about it because I'm like I'm outside when I can to make sure that no one's breathing on my car the wrong way. Going to be a yeah. Listen, I filled up the Tahoe the other day, right? So I went to the gas station. I closed my eyes. I had my fingers crossed. I was like, please don't let it be over $100. And the tank was on E. I filled it up, and it was $101. I was like, yes. I was like, that's good. So, and being that I also don't use the truck like that on my vehicles because I live in the city, it's not a big to do. My mother Sparks. My plans of getting out of the city right now have been delayed because of the Austin PD thing fell through. Didn't work out. I talked about it on the Angry Prepper channel. Frugal Fixer. Listen, the truck is awesome. The truck is 1,000% awesome. I'm talking about like it's the shit, and I don't regret it. I actually read an article and I was like, this fucking asshole author, fuck him. He was talking shit about the Tahoe. He was like how it's not reliable, this, that, and the third. I'm like, yo, you see fucking Tahoes from 20 years ago still on the fucking road. What is he talking about? It's not. He said its predicted reliability rating was low. Its predicted reliability rating was averaged. So, whatever. But I fucking swear by it. I had to buy a car. It was costing over $400 per week. Wow. Oxford Prepping said he bought a car. Car truck? Car truck was. Oh, had to buy a car. His truck was costing him $400 a week. Yeah. I mean, like right now, I think this is gonna cost me about $100 every 2 weeks. So, until I move to a state where I'm using it all the time, it's you know, it's okay right now. But yeah, I listen, man. It's I'll put the picture on the YouTube community chat because I'm like all about this fucking thing. I'm looking for a reason to drive. I'm like, my wife's like, I need Tylenols. I'll go to the store. The store's like fucking half a block down. I'll jump in the truck and drive to the fucking store. Just any reason to drive this thing is fucking awesome. Again, against the Mercury Mariner that I was driving that had no power steering, lights that were flickering on and off when it felt like it, AC that was coming on and off when it felt like it. In comparison, man, it's like fucking driving luxury. It's awesome. And it's funny. We were in Wildwood, New Jersey, and driving around, man, I saw fucking Tahoes and Suburbans everywhere. So the truck just looked like a normal truck in size, that is. I get over here and I park it. I walk down the block. I look back on it. This fucking behemoth of a fucking truck is now sticking out and over other cars. And I'm like, damn, this thing sticks out. Like, now it's making me think maybe I should fucking put it in the garage, even though the garage might not be much better because the garages around here have no liability if your shit's damaged. Carol Cook, I was thinking about the whole Uber shit, but the first person that pukes in my car or scratches something on the leather, I'm gonna scratch their fucking ass. So I was like, no, thank you. So now, with that being said, my next vehicle, I'm working on another vehicle, but I have to wait till we move. I can't possibly justify parking 3 vehicles in the city. So I have to wait till we move, but I'm looking at an EMP vehicle, right? So that's a vehicle that's older than, 96? I found a couple of Jeep Cherokees that I liked, that I was looking at, and I saw an old Suburban. I think it was like a 95, if I'm not mistaken. And I was looking at a couple of those, and they were like in great condition, but they were asking a little much for them. But nonetheless, I'm looking at an EMP vehicle as well. So because this Tahoe is all computerized, I have to look at an EMP vehicle just in case there's an EMP. And it's also nice to have a second vehicle. If it's not an EMP and it's allowing us to escape, I'm gonna get it. Hudson Valley, yes, you'll see the truck up at the Bug Out Weekend. So you'll definitely see it. I was looking at the 95 Ford Bronco full size. I was feeling that too, but they wanted like fucking, I think 60 grand for it. I'm like, calm the fuck down. Any manual car is EMP proof. Yes, Gerard, and that's what I'm looking at. Though these are still, I guess, automatics, right? But William Singleton, I did. Okay, so the EMP shield, I received one of those years ago, and I can't find it. And it was for the car, and it's in the apartment somewhere. It's around here somewhere. It's in a little foil bag. I do not know what I did with it, and I was gonna put that in the Tahoe, but I can't find it. I lost this thing 2 years ago, and the company, I was supposed to be an affiliate with the company, and something happened with the girl who was like representing me, and it just never happened. But whatever. I had one around here somewhere. I don't know what the fuck I did with it. This is the problem with having too much supplies. So Kenny King is asking, what is an EMP vehicle? Well, an EMP vehicle is a vehicle with a lot less electronics and will be affected less to not at all if an EMP goes off. With the new vehicles now, they are computerized out the fucking ass. EMP vehicle shields are a load of bullshit. Broke one. That's what I was thinking. I don't know how they tested that, but they said it worked. But if you think so, I was thinking the same thing, but I was gonna try it anyway because fucking why not? Aren't all Janet? So is it Janet? Jeanette Chambers. No, all ignitions now are electronic. Yes, but the EMP cars are not. They're traditional, and they don't have any computers. So that's why I'm looking at an EMP vehicle. This, for example, the Tahoe, all electronics, everything in it. The fucking you walk by the car and the key fob sets the car off. So when you walk to the car, the lights on the car come on. The side view mirrors fold out. There's a little Dodge insignia on the ground letting you know that's where you kick your feet to open up your fucking trunk door. I mean, the thing is fucking awesome in that regards. But if an EMP goes off, I'm fucked. Now, the EMP studies they've done on cars, they haven't done anything on the current vehicles. But if they use a stronger yield EMP, it could damage it. But that is why I'm getting an EMP vehicle, so I don't have to worry about it. If that truck shits the bed, or if most of the components shit the bed, but the truck still runs, I can still operate with it. But if it shits the bed completely, I have a backup plan, and an EMP vehicle is my backup plan. That's all it is. And yes, Frugal Fix is saying it's a push start. So you have a key fob, right? And the key fob is like it's like this thing. This is an Apple remote. But just pretend this is a key fob. And then you walk up to your car with this in your pocket, and the key starts your car. Starts your car. Lets you know that you're near your car. It does a lot of cool shit. And then you have an app on your phone that can let you start your car from here. So I can start my car from here. That's with this app. I think that's pretty cool. The problem is, that's not a problem. The good thing is, even if somebody jumped in and tried to drive away, they couldn't because the key fob is nowhere near them. So that's how it works out. That's how it works. My mother's Spark. Yeah, I think I could chat tonight for a little bit right after this, in a couple of minutes. Jeanette Chambers. They say the EMP protect again. The company says the EMP protectors work for the cars. I do not know. So, and I don't think they know because there's different yields when it comes to EMPs. Not all EMPs are the same, right? So obviously they use a stronger yield nuclear weapon. It's going to yield a stronger EMP force, if you will. And we don't know. We don't know if it's going to fry the cars. We don't know if it's going to leave the cars alone. If I park it in an underground garage, is my car safer? Possibly, right? Electronic dildo, escape the matrix, yeah. If you don't mind sparks. Yes, the 69 Chevrolet Corvette, sorry, and then 69 Firebird would definitely be okay. But it's not practical for me. I can't fit my family in it. So. Right, so Prepper Revelator. And I said the same thing to them. They said they tested it through a microwave something, some kind of EMP, national EMP testing facility, took these in and tested it for them. That's what they said. Do I know if that's true or not? I don't know. Again, the whole thing fell apart. I never became a real affiliate of them, so I don't know what the deal is. But if it was a chance of it working, would you use it? That's the question. And that's the other thing too, guys. Older cars are easier to fix, right? So I mean, like almost anybody could become a mechanic within a couple days of learning how to fix your car. I looked into the hood of the Tahoe, and it was talking Chinese to me. Ching pong, ping ping ping, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like it was so many new things in there. I had to look at the manual to learn what's in it. But an older car you can fix on your own. Something breaks down, you can replace it on your own. Those cars were a lot more simplistic than the ones that are now. The ones today, you have to hook up to a machine, even if you fix a part in the machine, for example. If you change a spark plug or something like that in these new cars, you have to hook it back up to the computer to recalibrate everything for it to run. I didn't notice until I had my bullshit Mariner fixed, and we didn't fix it right at the firehouse. It had to be recalibrated, and they forgot to tell me that part. So when I went to take it in, the whole thing had to be recalibrated, and I still had to get the spark plugs replaced. Have you put a Judy? I didn't put a locking cap on it. In God we trust. Thank you for the donation. I did not put a locking cap on the Tahoe. That's a good idea, but I looked at the cap option and there's no locking cap for it. It's like, you know how when you look at the where the gas goes, you could just put the screw cap in. There's no screwing capabilities for this. I was a little fucking surprised about that. So if gas starts getting stolen out of these Tahoes, unfortunately, that's when Chevy will fucking come up with a solution. But as of right now, stealing gas here in the city is not a big to do. If we move somewhere, it will be a big to do, and that's when I'm gonna have a garage and I'll park it in the garage. But right now, I don't have that option. And yes, Sheena, locking gas caps are. So here's, thank you, Sheena, for bringing this up. Here's the thing, guys. Locking caps are, there are a lot of things that they put in the way to make it harder for criminals to get to, right? So a locking cap is easy to break, but if it's another obstacle in the way, they might not want to deal with it. But an expert who knows how to break those off without batting an eyelash, he's going to do it, right? So you have to keep that in mind. These things are just mini deterrents and obstacles for them. It's not a definite deterrent. It's just a sort of a deterrent, right? But yeah, yes, thank you, my mother Spark. It only slows them down. That's it. So, again, if I start hearing the people siphoning out gas from the car, I'll be sleeping in the Tahoe. How about that, huh? Get out of the car with a baseball bat and a Batman mask on. Start whipping their ass. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. But yeah, it's gonna come down to it. So, with that being said, we ate up fucking 20 minutes talking about a fucking Tahoe. Fuck. Alright. Because I'm gonna go off the air in a couple minutes. I'm not even gonna fucking start talking about what I was gonna talk about. We will push this conversation for Thursday. We will talk about this Thursday. I apologize for not talking about it, but we were going to talk about worldwide uprising and the military being in trouble. Sorry about that. I can't fucking believe we sat here and talked about a fucking truck for 20 minutes straight. And time fucking flew. Nice one. I like that one. No one cared who AP was until he put on a mask. This is Amic. Thank you for that one. That was pretty good. Wait a minute. You will need a gas lock for your truck door. You will need a gas locking door for your... Yeah. So, Nightman, that's the thing I didn't like about the Tahoe. It's a push door, right? So you push it and it pops open. That's some straight bullshit. Again, I'm going to come up with a solution. I'm going to actually call the dealership tomorrow and see if there are any other solutions for this. Because, again, I don't like the fact that you can access the gas so fucking easily. It's insane. Patty, yes, no one wants to join up. The police, listen, for those of you that were listening, Austin PD is having trouble hiring cops, right? They're like, we need to fill this class of 100, and this is when they were fucking breaking my balls. And now, Vision, the color is dark ash. You really can't see it until you see it in person. If I showed you a picture of it now, I might as well fucking show you guys a picture of it. Fuck it. I'm going to have to change the title to this to, we talked about my Tahoe for 20 fucking minutes. But if I showed you a picture of it now, which I'm going to look for it. Let's see. Trying to find a better picture. But yeah, it's a dark ash. So the dark ash is weird. It comes out, it in the light, when you see it, you're like, oh shit, it's like a purplish tinge. And then when you look at it again, it's not. All right, so I'm putting it in now. So that's the car, guys. All right, obviously I didn't get my plates yet. This is the car on its first day, right out of the lot. And this is what it looked like. And it still looks like that. I didn't ding it up or dent it or anything like that. It's still fucking good to go. But yeah, dark ash, aka crackhead. I like that. Kenny King. Yeah. I get it. You're right. Yeah. So I didn't get the sunroof. Right. I was out on the sunroof. I had a sunroof in my Mariner, and now when it rains, it's Niagara Falls, so I got a fucking cover on it. So I didn't put a sunroof on. I didn't get a sunroof on this. I could have went with a higher trim, which is a little more expensive, but I didn't want the added features that came along with this. Right. So, yes, I think I'm gonna call the live stream the Angry Tahoe. We talked about my truck for fucking half an hour. So fucking, and yes, Kenny King, you're right. It's good to talk about different shit. I guess you're right about that. Right. So my mother's Spark and Vision. Again, when I parked it on the street and I looked down the block, I'm like, God damn, this thing sticks out. It's like it looks almost intimidating. It's nice. I like it. I'm in on it. I was actually also looking into the Wagoneer. So Jeep has a luxury SUV called the Wagoneer. That is the sexiest SUV on the fucking planet, by far. It is probably one of the best SUVs out there. I was looking in it, and I opened the book. I'm like, Wagoneer SUV. I'm like, oh man, let's see if I can afford this. $80,000 starting. Nope. Put the manual away, and that was it. Never even looked at it again. But if you look at the Wagoneer, guys, yo, some fucking serious shit, guys. I mean, like, yo, if we were in better times and I was making a little more money, I would absolutely go after the Wagoneer. That thing is just fucking insane. And you know how sexy the Wagoneer is? I would go after the Wagoneer and hire a driver. That's how fucking luxury that thing is. It's like, yo, I hire a guy, his name is Winston, and he's from Jamaica, and he's going to drive me around while I sit in the back and touch all the buttons and shit in the back of the fucking Wagoneer. I'm telling you, that thing is fucking awesome. But anyway, that was that. So, for those of you that were looking for the subject, sorry. Sorry about talking about the truck and cars and shit like that. But yeah, it was, I guess and like Kenny King says, it's different, so that's fine. I'm going to relabel this video something else, and I promise you we will talk about Worldwide Uprising tomorrow. I mean, it's huge. Yeah, the Tahoe looks like it's a man's car, but the Wagoneer says, I'm rich, bitch. And I'm not rich by a fucking, I'm not even close to being it. But it's just do yourself a favor. Type in Wagoneer and look at the videos on the inside of this thing. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. Seriously. It's fucking awesome. Anyway, with that, guys, we're going to go off the air now. I'm going to retitle this video. And we will talk about what we were going to talk about Thursday. Yeah, black Clark Griswold. Yeah, but yo, you have to see the Wagoneer. I'm telling you, it's fucking the shit, man. I mean, it's a step above the Tahoe. I mean, the Tahoe says, testosterone all over it, but the Wagoneer says, rich. Anyway, guys, with that being said, we're gonna go off the air. And it was, yes, Rapture Ready was like a birthday gift / retirement gift. That's what the Tahoe was. It was a / birthday retirement gift. And yeah, it worked out. It got it right before my birthday. So hey. So again, I promise you, we're going off the air now. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining in on the conversation. Yes, Chief Prepper. It's a very expensive vehicle. But other than that, guys, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for indulging in my fucking 20-minute conversation about my car. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow night on Hudson Valley Prepping and Survivals panel, and Thursday for my channel. All right, guys? Thank you.